Hey friends, hopefully my mic works. I'm gonna do some adjustments here to the audio, so give me a sec. How do we get rid of this chat? No, the volume is actually pretty fine. No, now it's too loud. No, it's fine. I'll leave the audio as is. So we're using Restream today. We're streaming to multiple places. We're streaming to Periscope, Twitter, DLive, Twitch, YouTube, Trovo. 5 places, amazing. So if you're new here, welcome to the stream. My name is Alexander and I make free software to help Notion and Anki users all around the world be more successful in their learning journeys. And today, hey Marcel, how's the sound? Are there any issues with the sound since you're saying oof? Let me know if there's any issues with the sound, so I can adjust that right now. So today we're gonna continue working on, didn't know that there were even that many streaming platforms. Sound is good, great. You should check out restream.io and see, like, it's crazy how many streaming platforms there are. I was actually surprised. There was one that totally surprised me. So it was basically, let me lower the volume just a little bit. I see some red spikes here in OBS. There was one that would belong to like a tele-operating company. I was just thinking, why would a phone company provider thing you like make streaming services? But you could connect to them in Restreamer. You basically have the channel, so you can add a channel. Maybe I'll show it later. So I added those 5 channels. So the plan for today is I need to fix a bug. So we made a deployment last week. Chandu was joining in and we added a template. I have some, it's not chicken soup, but I cooked up the chicken bones and then I took the liquid that's left from the bones and put that into a cup. So that's what I'm drinking. Nice. It's like very tasty. So much fat in this drink. So chicken soup type thing without the chicken. Fixing bugs from last week's deployment. There's also a bug in the footer we need to look into. I don't know. Yeah, tea. There's gonna be tea later on. I put some hot water, like some water on the stove, so it's gonna cook up. And I bought some tea earlier today, so we're gonna drink tea, some black tea. I look forward to that, but maybe in an hour or something. So let's see. What was the agenda again? Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna check out Cypress. I look forward to that. It's a testing tool. So we need some automated testing. I'm really sick and tired of users reporting bugs on Notion to Anki every time I make a deployment and nobody's testing. So we need a way to run just automated tests, and Cypress is a tool we're going to use today. You should make an Arch stream. I haven't really used Linux on the desktop for a while, but I have a few computers lying around here. Like I can see 2 MacBook Pros that are almost doing nothing. I would love to install Linux on one of the MacBook Pros, especially to do some 24-hour live streaming stuff. I want to do some experiments. That would be amazing. So what else do we have on the agenda? Yeah, I also have some issues open on GitHub that I was thinking we're gonna get to. So let's see how far we get. Let me see if I can share my main screen. There, you should see my screen now. So this is Notion to Anki. It's basically a website where you upload. Yeah, this is just a new banner for the development server. You upload the HTML file you export from Notion. And then that file gets parsed, and then it generates another file that is then imported into a program called Anki. So you can use that for spaced repetition. This is what our cards look like. So you use it to memorize information. So many of the users are students You also have doctors, dentists, and so on who use it to prep for exams. So it's a fun project. And yeah, so we've added a new template, which is called Abhiyan Bandari Night Mode. That one has some issues. So let me see, what did the user say? So there's some issues with closed deletions. Yeah, I see. Okay, so let's take a look at close style. So it's I think we can fix this without really doing much stuff. Let's see. Basic extra. There is no basic extra. But there is But I thought this worked. Didn't we test this? I don't understand. Like, I thought we tested this. I'm very confused right now. Why didn't this work last time? So are you using Arch Linux on a daily basis, Marcel? I thought you migrated to Windows. I thought you became a Windows refugee. Let's see. I have to find a closed deletion example. I have to be really careful because I have some stuff that I'm not supposed to show on stream. This is a little bit... I'm getting a little bit nervous. Yeah, since I'm mainly doing server admin stuff at the moment. Cool. I think I saw some pictures on Discord. That's cool. Are you cleaning up the area? Is that a brand new server, or is it the same where the Minecraft stuff was? The Minecraft server is running. We have to get back to that server at some point. Let me get some more. Not chicken soup. I think you have like 12 or 16 CPUs. Of course, I mean something like that. Let's try to find a... Oh, you bought a new server, a physical one. Send us a link to it. We'll check it out. Let's use this one. This one looks like it doesn't have anything sensitive. It's from the manual. Okay, so the moment of truth has come. Does this stuff even work? Okay, we're gonna pick the... We have already picked it. And actually, yeah, let's just pick that and then see what happens. Convert this. 20 cores, 40 threads. Whoa, that sounds nice. Let me check that one out. How much does it weigh? It looks nice. Okay, you added a RAM of your old physical server to it. $19 kilograms. Oh my god, imagine carrying this thing around. Did you get it delivered to your home, or did you have to carry it yourself? Actually, it doesn't look that heavy. 165 gigabytes of RAM. Nice. You can build some really cool apps on top of this thing. Maybe that's what I should do, man. I should buy a server, put it in one of the rooms there, and then just serve Notion to Anki via my... I think I could get a public IP from my... a static public IP from my ISP, if I ask. If I ask nicely. I think they'll give me one. Yeah, looks nice. Ethernet. So this is one interesting thing. Like, Ethernet is an evolving standard. It's... There's so many different versions. Yeah, I'm not gonna look into that now. That's cool. Congratulations with the new server. Do you have any cool projects you're gonna plan You need a good Ethernet connection if you host something publicly. Yeah, Wi-Fi, like I tried hosting stuff via a Raspberry Pi, public IP, and then having via USB dongle, it's flaky, man. Overheating, so many weird issues. I definitely do not recommend. It's just the speed that gets faster. Let's see, so did we find, this was Canberra. Yeah, this one I think Anki provides. Oh yeah, so the extra information, this is what he means. Okay, now I get it. Let me just make sure we get the name. So it's called Extra. I feel like an idiot. Why didn't we figure this out last time? A moment of truth has come. Does this stuff even work? What is this text to? I don't think we have this. I'm gonna leave it in. I don't want to touch it. And let's do it again. Is it annoying with the chat on top? Let me know if it's annoying. I can try to fix that. I'm still new to the restream thing, so I haven't figured out how I can clear chat messages after a while. So they're actually stuck there like YouTube comments. Nice! Now the extra is back. Looks good. What do you think about the dark mode, Marcel? Do you like it? I thought I would try out adding support for dark mode to see if it increases the usage. You never know with these kinds of things. So let's commit this here. Templates, fix, copy pasta, issue, the extra field. This was reported by someone over email. Thanks a lot, whoever you were reporting this, if you're watching. This is being streamed on YouTube and so on. Let me actually figure out what it's called, like what I'm drinking. Let's see if we can find a Norwegian. Kraft. It's not called chicken power. Is it chicken stock? Let's see, maybe it's called chicken stock. This is what I'm drinking. So the way I made it was I took some chicken bones and just cooked them for like 1 hour, 1.5 hours or something. So first I heated up some water, and then like in high, the maximum on the machine, and then I put them in and then let them stay there for an hour. So tastes good. I wish I had some soya sauce to put inside, because then it would be even more, the flavor would be even better. But I added a little bit of salt, so it's, I like it. It's cheap. There, so that's fixed. That went faster than expected. So I'm gonna send a DM to somebody. So let me actually patch npm version patch. What the hell? And then where are we gonna push this? Yeah, let me push this. I'm gonna try to see if I can play around with the chat. Can I get it to clear after a while? I see they have like TTS here. It would be cool to try it out, but not today. There, I found it. Hide messages after 30 seconds. Nice. Or actually, let's make it 21 seconds. Can I get some 21s in the chat? So we can test this. I think I need to refresh the browser tool here. Where is it in? I think I found it. Is it clearing? Huh. I think it should be clearing, right? No, it doesn't look like it's clearing. The old messages are still there. Maybe I can get a new link from it. Whatever. It's probably gonna correct itself. So we fixed that one bug. That went surprisingly fast. I thought we were gonna spend... It was just a typo, but it's still nice. So the next bug is... I don't know why this happens, but basically we're being sponsored by DigitalOcean, so we're supposed to have a logo here, but for some reason I think there's a bug in Imba where we don't have the logo here for some reason. I have no idea why it's setting the display none sometimes. And I'm not gonna bother reporting this upstream because I'm too lazy. Sorry, really sorry about that. But if we look here, this is the DigitalOcean logo. It's supposed to show there, but it's not showing up, so... The image, for some reason, is getting this display none. You see that? Disgusting. Well, why is it doing this bullshit here? Sorry. Well, why is it doing this weird stuff here? Let's try changing the link. It doesn't look so... Yeah. It could be that the link is messing it up. So let's change this to Pokemon.com. See what happens. Yeah, I think I need to fix something here. I should definitely fix this. Okay, let's see. So you see, if we change the URL to... Okay, what the hell? This is so weird. Like, when it looks like a hash like this, that's when stuff gets messed up, right? I'm tempted to report this upstream, just to be a good Samaritan. Yeah, let's try to reproduce this. Oh yeah, it's still... Actually, let's not try it. I'm not gonna bother. There's still some build issues there. So how can we solve this? If we put this back, you're gonna see DigitalOcean is gonna disappear, right? So if we put it maybe into a property, let's just put it like this. No, it's still doing the display none crap. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I definitely have to automate this manual building crap. Let's see. This doesn't look good. What? Is this gonna fail? No, it worked. Now the whole footer is gone. Oh my god. I just don't get what the hell is going wrong. Could it be the lazy loading? But don't they... This one has a lazy loading. How about this one? Yeah, also lazy loading. I don't get it. Another thing I also don't get is, like, it seems like the Webpack setup is broken also. Oh no, it's working again. Okay. Let's try this then. We'll just target it. It is being added, I can see it there. Let's see if there's something in the documentation. I could also upgrade to the latest version, because right now it's an Alpha 1.3.1 and we're still at the old Alpha version for some reason because of build issues. No, so let's try for the end time to upgrade. Or actually, which version are we running? Yeah, we're running a recent version. Nice. Hopefully the build issues are resolved now and then we can run it. Okay. Oh yeah, it's my bad. This is nice. Yeah, here's the crap that I've been seeing, the symbol ref stuff. Oh, so annoying, so annoying. And the Webpack support has been removed, so this won't work, right? Running yarn build is gonna fail now. With some kind of obscure... We're going back, downgrading. Wait, is it... So it might be that the bug I'm experiencing has been solved in later versions, but due to the build setup and everything, I'm not able to run a newer version. So it kind of sucks, but I'm not gonna waste my time on this. Let's see. So let's try to figure out a workaround. We just have to make it not apply this crap. What if we don't set the width at all? Just remove that. So it looks like it's reacting on the link for some reason. Can we try this? We'll just try using a different link. Let's see what happens. That works. Nice. It's just the... Let's do it this way. I'm not happy with it, but it's better than spending 5 years on it. So when we change the link, maybe the compiler or the transpiler is making assumptions and then detecting this kind of hash in the link. Now in the href, and then just assuming stuff and doing some magic, I guess. So this link works. Now we have the logo. Let's see. And then let's bring back the width. 201 pixels, right? Looks nice. I could add more padding, but I'm happy with it now. Footer, fix the DigitalOcean link not showing for some unknown reason. The short URL is causing Imba to set the display to none. This might not be an issue in later versions. We are still on old alpha version. So we've managed to migrate the backend, like the server code, over to vanilla JavaScript, but the front end part is still in Imba. And is there an issue for this? There might be an issue for this. No, there's no issue for this. I'll push this. And let me send the DM on Discord here to ask this one guy to test. Should be fixed on the dev server. Can you confirm? Thank you. There, so finally got that resolved. The next thing we're gonna look at is something called Cypress. Hopefully I'm not gonna get some copyright issues for this, but I would like to watch their onboarding video. Do we have distraction free YouTube? Where is DF? Hide feed, hide trending, hide everything, hide everything. No, actually not disable playlist. Let's see, we're gonna pause the music. So if you're not familiar with Cypress.io, it's basically this testing tool, which I learned about during a meetup. Somebody was presenting, I think it was Svelte, and then they mentioned this, or maybe they presented this as a topic, and then Svelte was a second topic. But
Cypress is an open source test runner built for the modern web. It makes setup, writing, running, and recording tests much simpler, easier, and faster than ever before. Whether you're testing the various login states of your application, or complex drag and drop operations that you've seen on web apps and Trello boards, you can easily wait for dynamic content to load, or make sure things look good on mobile responsive views. With Cypress, you have much more control over your application and can write tests in a way that was not possible before today. You can programmatically control UI widgets like tree views and multi-selects. as well as waiting for the results of an autocomplete to finish. You can even stub out network requests to control how the responses are returned. This means you can easily test edge cases, such as when no results are returned, or test what happens if your server is down. As you write commands, Cypress executes them in real time, providing you with visual feedback as they run. Commands are interactive, so as we hover over them, Cypress time travels back to the application state
Amazing.
the command ran. When clicking on a command, we receive helpful debugging output to our console, and based on the type of command, can oftentimes interact with them. There's so much more that Cypress can do, so we hope that you'll check out our docs and getting started videos.
Definitely checking this out.
How to install, write your first tests, and go into much more detail about how Cypress is different from any other testing tool you've ever seen before.
So basically it's going to help us solve the UI testing issue. Like I have a game plan for how we're going to test API integration with Notion when the API becomes generally available. As of today, it's still invite only. And that can be easily solved with something like Ava, right? Since we're using JavaScript, this is something that is going to work nicely, and we already have tests, and we just need to be rigorous, write even more tests, and yeah, be very strict with the test. Like even go as far as probably do test-driven development first. So that's solved. But then we need one for the UI, and I think Cypress is going to be it. We're going to try it out and see how it works in practice. It might work well, it might not work. I have no idea. I haven't really used it, so let's get the demo going.
Thanks for joining me today. My name is Amir, and I'm an engineer on the Cypress team. Today, we're going to take a look at the Cypress dashboard and to see how we can leverage it in our day-to-day workflow to ship faster and with confidence.
That sounds very good. Ship faster with more confidence.
You've already experienced the Cypress test runner in your local development environment, where you get to see your app run side by side with tests, allowing you to see assertions, network requests, browser events, and other commands right there in the browser, allowing you to see everything and to test and debug quickly. Now, when running tests in a continuous integration or CI pipeline, you lose some of this visibility. CI is essentially a black box that doesn't allow you to fully see how your app behaves and looks. Web applications are highly visual and dynamic, requiring a high level of visibility accompanied with the right amount of contextual details to debug. The Cypress dashboard helps with this exact challenge and much more. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Show me.
The dashboard, I'm presented by all the projects I worked on or received. Now, I've been collaborating with one of my colleagues on a payment application, so let's go ahead and check that out. Once I select the project, I can see all the latest test runs that occurred in CI with convenient details about the tests that were executed, such as the number of tests that passed or failed and the test run duration. Now I can filter these runs by various properties. This is especially helpful when working on large projects or teams where many developers are pushing code every day. For example, I can choose to narrow down the test runs to focus on a particular feature branch that I might need to review or debug. Passing test runs are always great, but let's drill down to a failed run to see how we can leverage the Cypress dashboard to quickly resolve an issue. In the runs view, I can see the entire context of the test run, including a list of all the test spec files that were executed.
Nice.
And how long each spec took to run.
That's the overview.
I often find it useful to use the bar chart view to quickly see the spec files that are taking the longest to run. Now let's take a look at our failing test. I can see that there is one failure within the transaction details spec. The dashboard provides a couple of different ways to view the details of this failure, but in this case, let's use the test results tab. In this view, I can see the results of each individual test case in this run. Now let's take a look at the failing test by filtering for failed tests. It looks like there was a problem when testing that a page was loading properly. When I click on this failure, I'm presented with a panel that shows me the details of this particular
Nice. You can also see the runtime environment. Cool.
actual error that took place. I'm seeing that Cypress tried to find a particular element on a page, but it could never find it, and therefore it timed it out. Now, this error is useful, but it doesn't give me enough information to figure out what actually caused the problem. It is also telling me that the problem occurred before each. The good thing is, this panel also gives me a full test definition. This includes the full test body and all the relevant test hooks, like before each or before all. I can see within the before each hook, the problem is right here. Now, even after looking at the code, I still don't have all the information I need to figure out what went wrong. It would be great if I could see this particular test run against the application. Now we're in luck, because when Cypress runs in a headless manner or in CI, it provides us with two very useful artifacts. First, it gives us a full video recording of each particular test run, allowing us to see our browser run in CI. It also gives us a screenshot that it takes automatically when any failure takes place. Now let's go ahead and take a look at that video. I can see that Cypress is looking for an element that is not currently on the page.
Amazing.
This only exists after the user has actually logged in.
So this is really nice. Like if there's a regression, right, you could basically see the regression from this video.
By the time this failure occurs, the login has not properly taken place. So this tells me that the problem has to do with the code logging in the user. And I remember after looking at the test definition that we try to log in the user before any of the tests run. So I know the problem and the root cause is within this login command, and I can investigate further to resolve the issue. As this application grows, more developers start working on it and developing more features, so will its test suite size and therefore its test run duration. To keep things fast, we can leverage the Cypress dashboard parallelization feature. All we have to do is simply pass in the parallel flag into Cypress.
Okay, now we need to speed this up. It's getting a little bit too slow.
Automatically figure out how to optimally load balance all your test spec files across your allocated CI machine. We actually use the parallelization feature on the dashboard application itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here's a test run against the Cypress dashboard application itself. This is a pretty large test suite. It has almost 1,200 tests across 67 specs, and it takes around 3.5 minutes to run. We were able to get it down to this level by parallelizing across 15 machines, which allowed us to reduce the test run time by 32 minutes. We've only scratched the surface of what the dashboard can do. The dashboard also provides analytics, GitHub integration, the ability to run together,
Nice GitHub integration.
the ability to add custom tags to individual test runs, and much more. Get started by checking out our docs and record your first run today.
Cool. So we're gonna try out Cypress. Hopefully it works in practice. It looks great. Yeah, I'm mixing this up with npm. That was really slow. What the hell, Cypress? Come on, faster. Is it supposed to be this slow? I'll leave it running and I'll be back. This is taking forever. After 5 hours it finished. Nice. So I got some tea. I'm gonna let it sit for maybe 2 minutes and then enjoy some black tea. So we installed Cypress. What is next? What do we have to do now? I think I have to show a top secret screen again because I need to log into one of the accounts. So give me a moment, guys. Let's see. One more minute and then we can have some tea. So log in with GitHub. Come on, faster. Faster, Cypress. One organization. Connect to GitHub Actions to run, blah blah. Waiting on your first run. Okay, cool. So, can I show this key or is this key top secret? I wonder if it's top secret. Verifying Cypress can run. It's doing some stuff. I think it's installing Cypress. It's opening Cypress. Couldn't find Cypress configuration. Okay, feels bad, man. Feels bad. I forgot to create this configuration file. I'm gonna try again. Cypress.json. I'm a little bit sore here. I was doing some push-ups on Thursday. I thought I would be sore on the chest, but it's my shoulders actually. Let's see. I'm trying again. Does this work? Stop Siri. Okay, the tea is ready. Can't run because no spec files were found. Is there a way to configure the project? Try to figure out how we can run it. I need to look at the getting started guide because we don't have any tests. Okay, I'm gonna try running it without anything. see. So I'm setting up one of these mock tests just to see, or this fake test to see what happens. So I press run. I don't think it's, yeah, it's fine to show these keys, it's fine. Oh, actually, let's open this up here, and I'll close this browser window. Okay, port 2020. Seems to be. So if we now run, it should fail, right? No, it's passing because the server is running. Okay. And I think I saw the request from Electron. So we're gonna run it without the server running. We're verifying this server because it hasn't been... Nice, I like that. Definitely like that. So now it should be able to continue the tests. Cool. So we can test all of the other routes this way too. Let's see. Let's try that. So Is it not importing CUI? No. Okay. Okay. I'm curious if it's... No, it's not. Okay, so it's not gonna actually run it. So the server has to be running. That sucks. Stopping the server. That's smart. Yeah. Not smart. I mean, it's a waste of resources to do the login before every time. It should be done once. And this is the first thing we were trying. Don't try to start a web server from within Cypress. Yeah. Okay, so we'll delete this sample and then commit this.
RK.
What's that? Let me change up the music. I think we ended up... let me find something. Let's try this. See how that works. No, do we want to do that? No. I don't think we want that. We only want this in the dev dependency. Same for this stuff here, actually. Yeah, this else, everything else is fine. Set up the Cypress project. Hopefully this works well in practice. You never know. Also move stuff to dev depends. No, that's not what I wanted. There. So do I like? I wonder how it's gonna work. Like, waiting on your first run. Okay, let's try that. Hopefully that key is not important. I don't know if it is. Oh, this is Webpack, okay. The moment of truth has come once again. Does this stuff even work? Well, found one test, page files, blah blah. Uploading results. And there's the video. Do you wanna check out this video? No, it doesn't. Do I have MPlayer installed? Yeah, I have MPlayer. No, it doesn't. Let's take a look at the video. So here the first result shows up. Passed one test. Nice, all tests passed. And here's the test. And we can watch the video too. Amazing. Let's try something else. I'm just thinking, where's the server is here. I'll duplicate this one and then call it the upload page. Oh, these MP3 files are being detected. We should ignore those. Test. There. And stop test for the upload page. Dun, 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 dun. And I think we need to ignore this file, so otherwise it's gonna get messy with the videos. Because it seems to be generating MP4 files locally. What just happened? Let me switch the keyboard layout and git ignore. We are definitely not gonna add those to history. Cypress. And what else was it? Cypress videos. Ignore the produced video files from Cypress. Can we run this via GitHub Actions? That would be nice, so I don't have to run it locally manually. Cypress GitHub Action. Nice. That's amazing. What do we want to call this? UI test .yaml. UI tests. Just realized I added the videos previously. Oh, that sucks. Oh, actually, we don't want to do dev server. Add workflow running Cypress. So this is all just plumbing and wiring, and we haven't really started with the actual tests yet properly. These were never supposed to be in the history. I just accidentally, when I was running git add, my mistake again, you should never run git add without checking properly. Is push origin dev. Is this gonna work? I would be surprised if it does work. GitHub Actions never work on the first attempt for me. It has never worked on the first attempt. It's always like a ritual. You have to try 569 times. Okay, it looks like it's running the UI test here. We get the red thing. Missing Cypress. Okay. Can't we just use yarn here too? Yeah, whatever. We'll just add it for this. There, let's push this again. Hopefully it works. The build is working. Cypress now. Moment of truth. What? Oh no, it's not an error. It's just informative. Previous installs of Cypress may not be found. So now it's actually installing Cypress because it's included in the package log. It looks like the way the GitHub Action CI defaults to is like it doesn't check for like if something is not in the package log, it won't be installed. That's actually nice. It's a safety measure, so you don't upgrade accidentally. Home, runner, work, Notion to Anki, Notion to Anki. Okay, now we get an error. And I see the issue immediately actually. I have a typo here, npm run, I guess. GitHub fix typo in Cypress workflow. Bam, let's see. Hopefully this time. This is always it happens with GitHub workflow. You keep trying until it works. There's going to be small issues. I wish GitHub just made a local environment where you could check this stuff works. It's ridiculous. I should get some more tea while it's running. Is that an error? No, it's not. It's doing something Python related. This looks... No, we're looking at the build now, aren't we? It's not what we want. We look at Cypress. Looks good! Looks good. It's green now. Amazing. Let's see. Let's actually do a few changes here. We're gonna require the Cypress and the build to pass. There, that seems fine. Cool. So what does it now say here on Cypress? It looks like it's the latest run is old, right? It doesn't looks like there's any connection between. Yeah. This one looks interesting. Cypress tests with install job and UI Chrome job ×5. UI Chrome test runs on Ubuntu. Install strategy. So it's gonna run 5 copies of Chrome. It sets up a caching directory. Actually, I do want to try this one. I've already leaked the key, but I think I'm gonna generate a new one. May go to GitHub and then set up a secret here. Oh, there are some from before. Okay, this one was created. Copy. Bam. About the GitHub token secret. I'm wondering if it's available by default or I need to create one. It would be nice if it's a magic environment variable just available to all actions. When you enable GitHub Actions, GitHub installs a GitHub app on your repository. The GitHub token secret is a GitHub app installation access token. You can use the installation access token to authenticate on behalf of the GitHub app installer. I think that's fine. We'll leave that one and then I'll commit this. Let's see. So let me close up the top secret tabs. And then we can see if it works. And actually, let me revoke the previous, the one we leaked 15 minutes ago. Yeah, that one is no longer public. Bam. There, we can go back to there and commit this. So now we're using these variables. I'm not sure if the syntax is correct, so it might be 500 more attempts. Actually, let's not do that. Set the Cypress key and GitHub token. Assuming the GitHub token is available. So I set the Cypress record key, but I'm not sure if the GitHub plugin, if I need to set that too. It might be available by default. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Did anything break now? So good so far. So far so good. It's running. No, it doesn't seem to have any connection to here. I was hoping it would show up here, but it's fine. As long as the tests are being run, we can make the deeper integration later. So we have done this, we have a test. This is what we want. Okay, 50 test. Yeah, how do we run this playground? That's what I don't get. How do I run it? Maybe this is what we want to do, Cypress open. There, nice, now we have this UI, okay. So it's opening a web browser now. Install Team Cypress theme, okay. So they're probably shipping their own version of Chromium. And nice, there's a button, the Open ID. Okay. Okay, so it's just opening it there in the ID. Let's see. Disable auto scrolling. What does this stop? You can pick a different version. That's nice. You can test an Electron. And log into dashboard. Okay. Now it's connected. So whenever I run the tests now, it's gonna send it to the dashboard, I guess. No, this one is still. No, it's still old. Loading. Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. Okay, let's see what happens now. It looks like it detected this. What is this pin? Print outputs to. Oh, okay, it's for debugging. Maybe we can, let's see, upload. How do I test uploading a file? It's that easy? That's... Whoa. I'm surprised. Let's try that. So it's gonna be... we can use one of the test files in the fixtures directory. Where is that? That's gonna be test there. Actually, let me open that reveal in Finder. Yeah. It's possible to upload files in your application, but it's different based on how you've written your own upload code. Many people have a success by using the community plugin Cypress file upload. Okay. I will try. We'll try using it. Kinda sucks that it's not built in. Should just be enough to import it like this. What's the example? Let's see. We can try to get it failing first. It's gonna fail. Bam, it failed. Okay, good. So this is gonna fix this issue, the first error here, where it doesn't find the DOM element. Because we're running, yeah, it's in the same place. Nice. Now we get a different error. A fixtures file could not be found. Good. That's because we haven't created anything yet. We could use this colored one. Let's do that. Fixtures. What is this example? Crash. Colors.html. So that should work. That should attach the file. But it's not going to submit anything. So so it should pass, actually. I think this is going to pass. There should be no errors. Nice, it's passing. Cool. So there's a submit button somewhere. images. Is it that simple? This is how I wanted to do it. Incorrect usage. Let's not do that then. It's good that they have this many examples. So this is gonna visit the upload page, it's gonna attach the HTML file, and then it's gonna hit the submit. Okay, let's run the open. I wanna see this in action. We're not gonna run it headless, come on. Let's see. Can you run this, please? It's visiting the upload. Cannot read property parent of undefined. Why is it working? And why is the test saying it passed? It's obviously failed. That's weird. Let's check that. dev.toanki.net. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign at all. Is there something in the card? Reset. Cannot read property parent. Maybe we have a corrupt page here. It could be. These pages were only meant for my testing purposes, but I'm gonna find another example just to make sure I'm not messing something up. And ideally one without the images. Okay, let me export this. So some of these test files are old. I don't really know what's inside them. Yeah, it might be that it's just broken. Let's see. But I don't understand, how can this be a pass? It should fail. Failed to load the resources. Server responded with this. Failures. In our example above, we added an assertion to the display of the search result. Search results working are a couple of things and blah blah. With Cypress, by adding a COIT, you can raise the pin. If there's so maybe we have to use the let's see, form. What is that? Submit. It returns a chainable. So maybe that's what we need to do. We need to intercept it. Not CV, but CY. Post to upload. I don't really know what it's doing there. Is it gonna override the whole request or only partial? Can I rerun this? Let me rerun the test. Stop this one. Cypress. No, I don't like that stuff. Trash. We could look at this one.
We've implemented and tested our input, so let's move on to...
Let me mute the music and I will look at this.
Submitting the form and storing the text from the input as a new to-do. We'll start by adding a new context in our existing describe. Context, like describe, is just a way for us to group and organize our tests. Here, we'll group our form submission tests together. In a new context, we'll add a new it and throw an only on it, so we can work with this test by itself. And we'll test that our form adds a new to-do when submitted. To do that, we'll use get to access the input form using its CSS class. Type our to-do text using the type command, and we can also use the type command to press the enter key by passing an enter wrapped in curly brackets. When our
our test runs, we'll see our visit, get, and type commands, as well as some additional entries in the command log. These new entries are page events. Cypress logs out important events for us so we can better track what's happening in our application during a test run. Here, we can see that there was a form submission, as well as a page load and URL change. We expected the form submission, but the page load and the new URL may seem a little surprising. What's happening here is that since we don't have anything in place to handle this form submission, we're seeing the default form behavior. It's trying to submit via HTTP GET, so the form is causing the page to reload, and the URL has changed because it added a question mark to the URL. Let's update our application code to prevent this default behavior. We need a function to make an API call when our form is submitted. Let's create that in the service.js file under the lib directory. We'll start by importing the Axios library that we've installed as a dependency. Then we'll create and export a new function called save to do. Save to do will take a to do object as an argument, and we'll use the post method provided by Axios to make a post request to our API, which will be located at http localhost 3030/API/todos, and we'll pass in our to do argument as the post body. Since we're using arrow function, we'll get an implicit return of the promise returned by Axios. Back in the to do app component, we'll import our save to do function, and then we can add a submit handler method on the component. We'll take
Get back to the bits.
the form attempting to submit via get request again. Then we'll create a new to do object using the current to do value for the main property and giving it a default value of false for the is complete field. Now we can call the save to do function, passing in the new to do object, and we'll handle the promise resolution with a then. Axios will give us the API response body and a property called data. So I'll destructure the response and pull out that data property. The response body in this case will be our newly created to do object, complete with the ID that gets assigned on the server. We'll add it to our state by calling setSave and calling concat on the existing to dos array with our new to do. We'll take care of our this binding in the constructor just like we did with our change handler, and then we can pass the submit handler down to the to do form component. Back in our to do form component, we can add the handler to the form using the onSubmit property. We'll save our file, and back in the test runner, we can run our test again. This time, we don't get the page events we got before. We've hijacked the form submission and prevented any default behavior, so we'll no longer see those. What we got instead is a page event for an XHR call. This is because we're making that API call with our save to do function. This XHR call is resulting in a 404. In our case, the 404 is expected because we don't have our API enabled yet. If this were unexpected, we could pin this event by clicking on it and open Chrome's DevTools to get more information about the event. Here, we can verify the method, URL, status, and can also drill into the request and response objects if we needed to. Our application is getting a 404 because we don't have an API available yet. With Cypress, we have the tools we need to stop our API calls. This means we'll define our own predefined responses for these API calls. This allows us to do a few things. One, it lets us build our front end even if the back end is still being built. Two, it allows us to test application behavior with known data, meaning we don't have to worry about our test being flaky as a result of external data or unreliable network conditions. And three, this will give us full control, making it easy to test scenarios that would traditionally be very difficult to recreate. Let's take a look at this in action. Back in our code, we'll start by adding a call to side.server at the top of our test. This will start a server that allows us to stub our responses. Now we can add side.route. We'll use the route command to define the request we want to handle. In this case, it'll be a post to API/todos, and we'll supply it with a predefined response we want our application to receive when it makes this API call. Let's save this and see what happens when the test runs again. This time, the page event for the XHR call indicates that it has been stubbed. Even though we don't have an available endpoint, our application is receiving a 200
That's cool, but we want to figure out how to make it fail.
The new to do that we added should say by X, but here it's empty. The input form is still showing our input, and once we've successfully added our to do, we should clear out the input to allow for more to be added. Let's create some tests for this expected behavior. Before we jump back into the code, let's grab some information from our UI to make writing the rest of our test easier. I'll right click on the to do item that was added to the list and choose inspect from the menu. We'll see that we can identify the list of to dos with the class to do list. Back in the test code, I'll add another side.get, passing in the to do list class and li to get the child list item elements. We want to assert that after submitting the form, we have one item in the list. We'll add another assertion by chaining an and to the should. And is just an alias for should. It does exactly the same thing, but it makes our test read more like a sentence than if we use the second should. In the end, we'll confirm that the list contains the name of the to do we just submitted. We're using the same string in 3 places. Let's move it into a constant to avoid inconsistencies in our test. I'll move by eggs into a constant called item text and replace all 3 occurrences with a reference to that constant. Now that our test is in better shape, let's save it and run it. We'll see that our assertion on the list length passes, but the list doesn't contain the expected text. Let's update our app code so this works as expected. Back in our editor, we'll open up the to-do list component. We're mapping over the to-dos, but we're not passing in any to-do data. We'll start by passing in a key property, using the to-do item ID property for that. Then we'll spread the to-do object into the to-do item, so it will receive each property of the to-do on props. Now we can update the to-do item and replace the empty string with props.name. We'll save it and run our test again. Now the list is updated as expected. Our input still isn't being cleared out. Let's update our test to account for this expectation. I'll add a should to the chain that starts with getting the input field. We want to make an assertion about the input, so we want to make sure we put the assertion where the input is the current subject. We'll assert that the input should have a value of an empty string. Let's also update our code to clear the input after a successful submission. In the to do app component, we'll set the value of current to do to an empty string and our existing call to set state. With that done, we can save our updates and run our updated test. We can see that the to do has been added to the list and the input has been cleared. As expected, all of our assertions are passing. Let's write another test. We can remove the only from our previous test, and right after that test, we'll start a new one with an if, adding only to this one. Here, we'll test that an error message is displayed on a failed submission. We'll be stubbing our API call again, so we'll start with the side.server, and we'll define a new side.route. This time, we'll define our route by passing in an options object as the only argument. In this options argument, we'll define a URL, the method, and we'll define a status code of 500 to simulate our failed call. We'll also supply an empty object for the response body. With our route defined, let's attempt to submit the form. We'll get the input, and using the type command, we'll enter a string test, and in that same string, we'll tell type to hit the enter key as well. Now we need to make some assertions. I'll get the list items, and since this request is going to fail, we want to ensure that our app doesn't add anything to the list.
It doesn't look like he's going to show an example for it.
We also want to make sure an error is displayed. For that, we'll get an element with the class error.
Oh,
and assert that it should
no,
be
wait.
When we save this, our test will run, and we'll see that our
Wait. That's actually nice. This is something we could do. Like, yeah, that's actually. I'm having some issues with my mouse. Wait. I think we can get stop. I think we can get it to fail this way. Stop with the right clicking. Yeah, so I'm having issues with the mouse. We'll get back to that later. This one, we can target this one. If I understand what he's showing there correctly, we can just say c.get should not exist, right? That should work. if I understood it. There might be some... okay, that's... can we say await? Wait. Okay, now we're getting a stack trace and an error. So I definitely have to read up on the documentation for Cypress. We got the basic example running, but I'm not sure how we're gonna get the HTTP issues. Yeah. So let's wrap it up actually. I'll try to read up on Cypress later and see if I can figure that out, because we need a reliable way to get the stuff failing. In this case, the upload is actually failing. So I don't know what best practice is in Cypress, so I'll have to read up in the documentation. But it seems like a really nice tool. It doesn't have a test recorder as far as I could see, so you have to write out everything, and that's fine. I just have to get used to the syntax and the rules. So I'll drop the link to Cypress in the chat. Anyone wants to check it out, check it out. So... if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to smash the like and subscribe button. So... let me check Discord. Did I hear back from... No, I didn't. Cool, so I'm gonna go get something to eat and then start wrapping up the evening. I have some track workouts tomorrow. So thanks for everybody who came by to watch. I hope the restream stuff worked. I'm not sure, I'm having issues with chat. I'll figure out something. Maybe next week we've solved the delay stuff, so the messages are removed. So yeah, have a great weekend and see you on Saturday.